Hey y'all, I want to share a vision that I had recently about somebody that's actually in my family. And I don't want y'all to think I'm bashing the person when I say this now. This person is not exactly a good person or a God-fearing person or a believer. This person has a lot of unrepented sin and a lot of unforgiveness. I'm not saying that because I'm judging the person, because at the end of the day, a lot of us believers still deal with those things. But I'm basically letting y'all know that I don't believe this person is even attempting to try to change in any way. But so this is a person in my family which is a male. He is a cousin of mine. He has a problem with anger, and he has a problem with rage. He rages at people, and he's somewhat violent. He likes to put his hands on people. So him and his mom recently, in a couple years, they fell out and their relationship dissolved, and he basically still lives in her home but disrespects her, comes in and out of the home, just closes his door, has no respect for her, doesn't speak to her at all, but is basically living off of her like rent free, just living in her home. And he has a full-time job. He works. He has two jobs actually. I think he does security and he drives Uber. So he's making good money, but he doesn't pay a cent to her. He doesn't help her financially even though she needs help. He just makes his wages and keeps it to himself, even though he doesn't reap or sow to pay for his living, his life, his home. He basically keeps his wages to himself, which is a selfish thing, to be living in someone's home, hating them, resenting them, and not even helping them when they are helping you to put a roof over your head. But I'm struggling to talk about this other side of the reason why I say he's not a good person. I'm gonna let the Lord lead me if I have to put that in. I don't communicate with this person, and I don't know that part to be true. There was something about the person that was very dark that I was asking the Lord if I should share it, but I felt that the Lord's saying to me like it's hearsay, and if I don't know it to be true, I shouldn't say it. So I don't know it to be 100% factual, so I'm gonna keep that out of the video. So I had a dream that this person in my family, like kind of like the skeleton on the side of the screen in the fire here, I saw him and he was in the form of a skeleton. He had no flesh, but I knew who he was, and he was in hell. He was sitting in a coffin. He was sitting in a coffin, and there was flames all around his body. And then I heard a voice of a man in the vision he said to me, I heard that in hell, when you burn in the flames and you feel pain, the fires increase. So I'm gonna repeat it. The man said in a voice, I heard a man's voice said in this vision, I heard that in hell, when the fires, like the flames of the fires burn you, and you feel pain with the fire, like it increases. I don't know if I repeated the same way, but sorry. But he was saying basically that the pain that you feel in the flames, continually when you feel the pain, the pain and the fire, as the fire increases, you have more pain. So the fire keeps multiplying. That is very probably true, because I've seen many hell testimonies, and I've heard things like that. So he's sitting in a coffin, and he says to me, he said, they were burning candles for me. So he told me, like, my cousin, they are burning candles for me. So what he was saying was, in witchcraft, if you guys know anything about witchcraft, only reason I know because I'm Caribbean, I never heard some horror stories that sometimes people, when they would use candles for witchcraft. But he was saying there was someone that was burning candles for his downfall, basically burning candles to harm him. with witchcraft. And then I saw him just sitting up. He was talking to me through this skeleton image, and he died from the witchcraft. Whatever they did, whatever this person did to him, or people, I don't know who he was referring to, but it worked because he was not under the mantle of God. So he's just open field for the devil. Okay, that's what I saw. And after that image of him sitting in the coffin, I saw another image. I started to walk up these staircases like an apartment building. And he lives in an apartment building. The home where he lives is I think it's a 3-bedroom apartment where he shares with his mom, the one I was speaking of, the mother that he doesn't speak to, and he has a resentment and hatred for, and unforgiveness. So I start to walk up these staircases, and I see a very large picture of him when he was a child. And the picture was have him and another young boy. Like the boy was like a friend of the family. It was him standing in a living room area, and he was just a small child. And they were saying that they were going to frame the picture and something like this. They blew the picture up to be very large because they were going to use it in his funeral. Yes, you guys, that's why I saw it. Terrifying. If, I say that only because that would be terrifying to anyone, the bad or the good people of this world. Even though I don't really agree with him. But, yeah, they had a very large picture, and it was a childhood picture of him that they were going to use to put up, like near his casket in his funeral. And it seemed that he was already dead, you guys. Like he was already finished, like he was dead. And if y'all have anything to say in the comment section, or if you have any thoughts, go ahead and put it down below. I hope you guys stay blessed in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ.